What's up, people? I haven't dropped a comment in a few days and I got something on my mind, so I decided to pump this one out for you guys today. And this thing I want to talk about is sort of a pet peeve of mine, and it's when people say or imply in some way that you're wasting your time with something just because they don't personally understand it, or maybe personally just they don't like it. As a gamer, this is something that comes up every so often. You know, when people find out I'm a YouTuber or that I play video games on a daily basis, I often hear them say that I'm wasting my time with these things. Now, this came up recently because during the Black Ops 3 beta, I've been messing around a lot with the paint shop feature, and I was tweeting out some of my designs, and I was lucky enough to have a couple of them retweeted by Treyarch, and I got a shitload of exposure over it. And 95% of the responses and comments I got were amazing. I'm super thankful for all the kind words and the support that I've been getting, and it feels really good to be recognized for my work. But there were a few comments which, I mean, I know these people meant well when they said what they said, but they came across very condescending, and it just sort of pissed me off, so that's what I want to talk about. But there was a few that were like this one chick, she says, you know, these designs are awesome, but this guy has way too much time on his hands. Like, what's that supposed to mean exactly? Too much time on my hands? Like, is her life so full of epic and amazing things that she doesn't have enough time in her life to sit down and design a petty little Call of Duty emblem? I mean, like, I don't know what that means. Like, I have too much time on my hands. Like, I have nothing better to do. I mean, when it all boils down to it, everyone, on average, I would say, has about 6 to 8 hours per day of free time. You know, when you're not sleeping, eating, driving, working, schooling, or fucking crapping, I don't know. When you're not doing those essential things, you have downtime. And most people have about 6 to 8 hours of downtime per day. And they can do whatever they want. I mean, I choose to spend some of my time playing video games, and I like making emblems and camos in Call of Duty, while other people enjoy watching Netflix or streaming on Twitch or reading books. I mean, clearly these people don't like making emblems and, you know, things like that, so they see it as a waste of time. But they don't really have the right to tell me I'm wasting my time. Like, I had this one guy tell me that I'm wasting my time in the paint shop when I should be using that time to play the beta and get gameplays for YouTube. And I had to explain to this guy that the paint shop is part of the beta for a reason. It has to be tested just like everything else in the beta. I mean, people are taking this beta as just an opportunity to play the game early, which it is, but we're also supposed to be doing a job here, right? We're supposed to be finding and reporting issues to essentially make the game better when it launches. And I'm seeing all these self-entitled whiny bitches all over Twitter and YouTube complaining about matchmaking and it being a horrible beta for this reason and that reason, and people are, you know, demanding an extension on the beta because they can't find matches. And like, this isn't how you report issues. I mean, there's a proper way to do things and there's an improper way to do things. You don't demand extensions, you don't demand anything at all. Actually, you're testing an unfinished product here, and you're supposed to be reporting any and all issues. So, you know, do what you signed up to do and report that shit. Don't be a bunch of self-entitled bitches about it. Now, on the other hand, I don't care for testing weapons or looking for map exploits and stuff like that. I'm not really good at that kind of stuff. But I want to beta test the paint shop, so that's what I've been doing. And I have found several things wrong with it. And I've been making a list of the things in the paint shop that need to be addressed. Why? Because it's part of the game, and my goal as a beta tester is to make the game better. Doesn't matter if it's a specific game mode or a specific portion of the game, I want the whole game to be better. I'm beta testing the paint shop out. So how can anyone sit there and tell me that I'm wasting my time or that I have too much time on my hands? I mean, I have just as much time as everyone else. It's up to me whether or not I feel my time is wasted or not. No one else. And as for actually wasting my time, as I mentioned, I've found several errors in the paint shop, and sharing my designs has gotten me a ton of exposure. I mean, 2 retweets from Treyarch is exposure to over 1 million people. I mean, I've gotten over 100 new followers in less than 2 days, 30 new subscribers since yesterday, a buttload of views. My phone is constantly going off with retweets and favorites. I mean, it's been crazy for me for the last day and a half. It's been nuts. And the exposure I've gotten from this alone is more than enough to make worth of the time I spent making these designs. And even if I got 0 exposure at all, even if I got nothing, even if nobody even paid attention, I still enjoyed doing it. So just know that you aren't wasting your time if you're doing what you like to do, right? Don't let anybody else tell you that you're wasting your time if you're enjoying yourself. So next time someone tells you that you're wasting your time because you're a gamer or a YouTuber, tell them that they're wasting their time every time they watch Game of Thrones, or every time they read a book, or every time they do anything that they like to do on their own spare time. Don't let the ignorance of others belittle what you prefer to do on your own personal time. So that's going to be a wrap on this one. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you guys want to leave a comment below, I always love to read your comments and I respond to as many as I can. Welcome aboard to all my new subs. I hope you guys dig my content enough to stick around. I'm Vile Self. I will have more stuff coming up this weekend, so keep an eye on that sub box, people. Until next time, villains. Later.